How's it going, everyone? We're here to check out the top skins submitted this week, and we've got a lot. And in case you're new, it does not mean all these skins will be available or ever will be. These are potential skins that have the chance to make it in. Tune in for my videos on Thursdays to see which ones have made it to the actual shop. So first off, we've got some burlap for you with the Desert Raiders burlap set. And as you can see, we've got the head wrap to now be added to additional piece for it, and the other piece would be the little booties. They do clip a little bit there. I believe they clip with the pants and with the wetsuit, but not on the front, so not too bad there. Next, we've got some more burlap for you with a shirt and pants from the Paisley set. We had a bandana pop on in, and it's been a little bit, so now we've got this very dapper set, and yeah, it has a nice little kind of like darker under shirt going on with make the vest, a little more prominent there at the browns. And yeah, on the back it has a nice kind of leather design. And there you have it. Next, we've got a kind of punk set for you. It's the All-Seeing Hide set, and I like that. All-Seeing Hide. And yeah, All-Seeing Eye. You know? Anyways, don't think that need explaining one way or another. Always need to see a vest and some more early game kind of gear. Speaking of hide, we've got one more item for you. This is the Infected Skin Poncho. And yeah, the whole thing just kind of looks like a like lizard or frog just got crazy warts. So there you go. Not sure how people feel about that one. It may trigger a few phobias, but hey, there it is. So we have a simple little bandana for you, the Flower Power Bandana by Molly. And as you can see here, it's got this kind of like mesh at the top, a nice little gold trim, and then these beautiful little flowers that go along the side of it there. So very simple, but a nice little design. Next, we've got a very military set for you in hoodie and pants. It's the Elite Crate jacket and pants by Odyssey, sorry, and yeah, he calls it a jacket. It is a hoodie. I think it's just because it's made to look like a jacket kind of thing, but one way or another, there it is. Very detailed. Love all the straps and everything to it. Definitely looks so nice, and the little few pieces that have made in from this set have done well, so I could see this clothes translating well into a nice armor set as well. Next, we have another pretty detailed set for hoodie and pants with the Street Hunter set by Marco. And yeah, as you can see here, you've got all these little kind of pockets and little patches and kind of little painted over armor pieces, and then there's strapping and everything. And back here, it looks like you've got, what are those? Mushrooms or bones? I'm not entirely sure what that is. Maybe bone picks or something. One way or another, definitely a very cool set. Last week, you saw the Metal Punk set. Well, now we've got some gloves and boots to go alongside, and the gloves are actually leather gloves. So, hey, we're seeing some leather gloves pop in now here. So, hey, maybe Hulk might accept some since it's been so long. I don't know. Do people even wear leather gloves anymore? I know everyone wants to see tactical gloves. I do too, but they aren't skinnable yet. Next, down here, we've got some boots for you, and they just fit right into the set with all the straps and the actual, punk look to them. Next, we've got a riot helmet for you, and it's just simply called the 13 Ghost, and there you go. It says 13 on there, and then you've got this cool kind of like goggle visor thing, and then the rest of it's kind of like a nice little leather helmet design, which I thought was quite nice to go alongside with it. Next, we've got some road sign armor for you with the Droid 17 set by Duck. And yeah, there you go. It's got kind of like a little robot face drawn on there, and the whole thing has a very scrapped together robot-y kind of look to it, and very junk-yardy. And you can say the robots win. You gotta love that. That's funny. So one way or another, it's one of those sets that's very crusty, rusty, and scrapped together, which just fits right into Rust's universe quite well. And also, there's a fight me down here. And let's see, what does that say? Exhaust and vents? Exhaust vents. That makes some more sense. There's the Droid 17. Yeah, the more you take time to look at it, the more you see overheat protection. Definitely very cool. Next, we have another road sign set for you. It should look familiar as it is the Eco Coffee set. And yeah, the Eco set here has the whole kind of like cork board with metal kind of thing mixed together, non-toxic, eco-friendly. And yeah, we saw the weapons pop in, and the armor actually translates pretty nicely. So I could see people that got the other parts of the set and liking this quite a bit. Next, we've got the Pizza High Qual for you. It actually has two different face masks. This is version 1, where it has the eyebrows and the goofy face. There's a version that doesn't as well, just in case Helk might think this is a little too goofy, which I think is probably smart on their part. Definitely love the little pizza drip off of cheese on the sides here. That's a nice little effect. Also on the face, you can see some. It's definitely always fun, and there's always a bite taken out of it somewhere. You can see there's a few bites over there and over here on the chest piece, as well as up top. So it looks like actually he maybe just like leaned down and bit into it. I don't know. That's some pretty tough teeth to go straight through that metal there. Next, we've got some more high qual with the comics set, and it has two versions for the face mask as well, one with and one without this smile here. So if you want to see the alternate versions of the skins, you can always check my description, where I always have a link to the actual workshop itself. So there you go, comic set. There's the back of it, and you know, it always has a smile. So I mean, the set itself is the smile, you know. And last but not least, we've got one more high qual set, the Mercenary set. And yeah, this thing is just very kind of sculpted. It has a very scrapped together kind of radiator kind of look with the skull and flames. Then you've got all the little designs here, some dripping kind of paint from the top across the leather, or maybe it's like dripping stain, that could be it as well. Then you kind of have like the little alternating color of the red and silver for the spine there, which is really neat. Kind of looks like blood flowing through your spine. Always cool to see attention to little details like that. Alright, next up we got deployables, and we've got quite a few, so we really got to head through them. First up, we've got the Hit the Sack sleeping bag, and yeah, it looks like a packet of sausages. There's two versions, one's with cutout and one with the pillow still there, but the cutout really kind of sells the whole idea. And yeah, smoked sausage, 100% human flesh. Well, that fits right into Rust. For some people at least. So there you go with that one. Next, we've got a furnace for you. This thing is all slimed up. It is the bubblegum furnace. It definitely looks like a bubblegum explosion happened there. And of course, we'll have to come back and turn it on so you guys can see how that looks at night. Next, we've got a cute little box for you, some beautiful flowers. It is the Euphoria Small Box by Ideal. As you can see, it has all these beautiful flowers and a nice euphoric colorful rainbow design behind it. See, look, I used the name in the description. Ooh. Next, we've got another small box for you. It is the small grow box storage. And as you can see inside, there's actually a little grow box with some pumpkins. And yeah, it's just a really fun idea, and I think they did a beautiful job at making this happen. So there you have that. Then over here, we've got a continuation in the kind of like, I guess, camo deployable set. I don't know what to really call it, but hey, the Twig large box is here. Of course, there's a transparent and non-transparent version, but we keep seeing the transparent ones get accepted, so I'd imagine that this would probably be the one that would pop in if it does make it into the store. Next, we've got some disco going on for you with this disco large box from Algorithm. So there we have that. Of course, it has some glow that we'll have to show you here shortly. Then we've got a very kind of demonic kind of looking box, I guess, the Halcon box, or Halcon box. I can't talk right now. There we go. Then over here we've got a kind of, well, it's a large chocolate box is what it's being called, but I think we all know what really it is. So there you go. Next, we've got quite a few labeled boxes for you. We've got some guns for the Tech Trash set. Then we have a guns box for the Outline set. Then over here, we've got meds for the Mosaic set. And then we've got guns again. A lot of people went for guns this week with the Wood Weapons box here. And then over here, we've got scrap for the Hawaiian box set. And over here, we've got the Infinity Guns box, or, you know, the guns box from the Infinity set, how I keep saying everything here. And then we've got the wood box from the Toon set by Scorpion. So bam, lots of labeled boxes. Everyone's trying again. We'll see what happens. Next over here, we have a locker, and it should be obvious that it's from the Constellation set. So it definitely is going to have a very nice little glow to it, for sure. Then over here, we've got a couple of wooden doors for you. First one is the window wooden door. It has a glowing and a non-glowing version, so we'll be sure to show you guys that. Then we've got a continuation in the Blue Lotus set with their wooden door. So there we have that one there. Since we're back here, we might as well start the back of this one. And next we have the My First Base door. And yeah, you gotta love the little drawings on here. It's what makes the door, you know? Love it. Then over here, we've got the JPEG door for you. Oh, and me. Next, we've got the Shark Attack door. There we go, Shark Attack. You're like, well, where's the shark? Well, let me show you. Boom, right there. Look at that. It actually pops out really well. Really great use of a flat surface to make something look 3D, and they just did an amazing job there. Then over here we've got some cool street art for you with, well, the street art door. I mean, I just gave away the name right there, I guess. And moving along, we've got this ram for you. It is the Zodiac Aries door. Then over here we've got a god for you with the Olympus Zeus door by Steppen. And one more sheet metal door, at least single, is the Cobalt Metal door by Ventacor. Then everyone should recognize the tempered set. We've got the tempered double door here for you. So only double sheet metal door submitted this week, actually. That met qualifications, I should say, at least. Then over here, we've got a couple of garage doors, starting with the Doomsday garage door by Shedmon. And, well, we all know what that looks like. And what's going on there, and well, who knows? It feels like it fits Rust. We still don't really know what happened in the Rust universe. Next over here, we got this happy little banana giving you some thumbs up with Banana Wood Garage Door. Moving on, we've got one that looks like the back of a truck with the Truck Garage Door. I mean, the name's pretty straightforward there and should be obvious. Then we've got this crazy demon thing. This is the Abyss Garage Door by Little Ranger, and just, man, the sculpting on this is cool. The roller looks cool. It's a really, really sick looking door. Over here, we've got some armored doors. First up, we've got a morgue door for you, and those got to be some small bodies. But one way or another, I love the design. It's definitely a very cool idea. Then over here, we've got a continuation in the Narcos set with a door for you. It comes in a silver or a gold version. So if you want to check out the alt one, it's down in the description there. And then we've got a continuation in the Bismuth door with the armored door. So we did get the one door, hey, and this one also has an alternating glow version, as everyone requested that after seeing the first one. And lastly, we've got a nice double armored door for you with the Cobalt Container door by Cubist. There we go on that. So let's go ahead and turn off the lights, take a look at the glow on these. Definitely like the added glow. Just, you know, really highlights that cool color. Then we got our garage doors. Love that happy banana. That nuke explosion really just pops. Love the design on the tempered door. Really brings out that rocket beautifully. Man, Zeus is lit up. Then we got a very faint kind of glow on the art door. Nice little bit here on the wood doors. Oh, there we go. Then, of course, we've got our locker. And then all of our boxes. A little hard to kind of see on this one what's going on the side there. Also kind of cuts the letters off a bit. Yeah, see, this is much more clear there. You can kind of see the difference really well. Also very clear. Yeah, it's very important to be able to see it. I like how these are spaced over for the new industrial system. That's also a nice thing. Man, that's a crazy glow. Looks really cool. Got that disco box going on. Then we've got some glow on the Euphoria box. Look at that. Definitely very cool little under design with the glow there. And our furnace, as you can see, it lights up with the bubble gum. on the front there really well, but it's not actually like a glow. It just kind of picks up really nicely. And I believe, yep, that is it for our glow. Alright, next up we've got our tools and weapons. Starting off, we've got this crazy hammer for you. Should look familiar as it's part of Jimmy's The Crypt set. And of course then that means it does have a glow. So there's that crazy mean glow on it. Then we've got a cool little shanky for you. This one here is a thermometer shank made out of the bone knife. So there you go. And it actually has a little glow as well. The monitor even lights up, which is fun. Next, we've got a sword for you, and this one's cut out very awesomely. Look at that. This is the scimitar sword by Le Crempe. Definitely captured the shape of that. Then over here, we've got a bow for you. This one is the hunting bow El Diablo. So definitely a little nice addition to the El Diablo set with a nice little lava embery hunting bow. Next we've got a crossy for you, and it should be the Wasteland crossbow, as it is part of the Wasteland set. So we've seen almost everything I think pop in from this, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see this crossbow this week. So there we go, and there it is. Then next we've got this crazy bright DBS for you, and I'm not sure if this one really crosses past the too sci-fi look. This is the Robo Barrel. So there you go, and this thing lights up at night. It does have a non-glowing version as well, but yeah, you guys are gonna have to see it. So there it is. I mean, look at that thing. I think maybe the whole stock glowing is a bit much, but the barrels, and especially back here, it looks really cool with, you know, the hammer and the actual screwdriver there. Yeah, so one way or another, we'll have to see what happens. Next, we've got a pumpy for you, and this one is all scrapped up. It is the Osiris Treasure Pump Shotgun. So there you go, it has a nice kind of a Egyptian theme to it, and definitely looks all cracked and ancient. As we aim down the sights, you can see a symbol meant for Osiris, I believe. I don't know, I'm not familiar with that one. I believe that is the Eye of Osiris, but not sure what that is. One way or another, it has a black tip to the sights. Next, we've got some Iokas for you. First one should look familiar, as it is part of the Arctic set. Then we've got another Ioka for you. This one's got a kind of little punk look to it. It is the Painted Black Ioka by Poker Face, and yeah, it kind of has like a hot rod kind of thing going on. You know what I mean? It looks like something a raider would hold. Next, we've got a revolver for you, and you should recognize it as the No Mercy set, of course. So hey, No Mercy Revy. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a white tip against the black sights, and there we go for the reload. Next, we've got nothing, apparently. There we go, a Python for you, and this one has a kind of cool punk look to it. This is the Night Vandal Python by Phi. You got that pink and green against the black and white, and then aiming down the sights here, you've got a nice little pink sight. It might look like it glows, but it doesn't. And there we go for that reload. Next, we've got one more Python for you in this group, and this is Most Wanted Python. And yeah, there you go. It's got this little Western kind of look to it, a little sheriff badge, and the kind of grungy old look to it. Aiming down the sights, you've got a little red tip and some stars. And let's pop that reload. There we go. Next, we've got a couple more Pythons for you. First one up here is got this kind of like a really wooden look to it, and it's the Woodland Warrior Python. So there you go, it definitely fits right into that name. Like the little drawing on it, like there's a map going on. Aiming down the sights here, you've got kind of like a gray versus that flat black. And there's the reload. Next, we've got another Python, and this one is made to look like a flare. And yeah, it just really works well with the Python, especially cut off that way. And hey, I don't know if we'll ever get an actual flare gun in Rust, so this is definitely a very neat little design. Next, we've got some SMGs for you, and the first one is the Blackboard Custom for you. Aim down the sights there, you got a little squiggly face with a white tip to the sights. Next, we've got a very painted up SMG for you, and it's got some dripping skulls. They are the Brainwashers, I guess, because this is the Brainwasher SMG. Or maybe they are what's left after being brainwashed. That could be as well. As you aim down the sides, you'll see how it brainwashes. And then you've got some very neon-looking sights. However, they do not glow. So, there's that. Next, we've got another custom for you, which also has some skulls going on. These seem to be breathing fire at each other, which is interesting. Aiming down the sights here, you've got the skull judging you as you aim down the pretty normal-looking glossy iron sights there. Next, we've got a Thompson for you, and this one is all kind of electrical looking, I would say. It is the Copper Damascus. So yeah, they've got kind of Damascus steel going on there, and then you've got the copper around it, and then it's kind of got this like insulation that looks like it was old circuitry maybe of some sort. Definitely a neat kind of scrapped together design for sure. Next, we have some MP5s, and the first one is all burnt through with some acid. Of course, this is the Chemical Burns MP5. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a kind of like a polymer tip to the sights. Then we've got this all lava'd out MP5 for you. This one is the Volcano MP5. Aiming down the sights here, you can see there's kind of like a nice hot glow to it. And of course, does it glow itself? It doesn't, so it wouldn't give you away at night. Then we've got some SARS. The first one here looks like a snack. You got some burgers and fries. This is the kilocalories SAR. So definitely funny. I like the cheese for the grip handle. I mean, that definitely fun. And there's even cheese strapping together the front grip onto the barrel there as well. So it's very funny. Great job on it. Next, we got another SAR for you, and it's on the complete flip side. It has a very tech look to it. This is the Mind Control SAR. So there you go. That you got some ones and zeros there. Maybe the code starts to control your mind or hacks you. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But it definitely has a nice little aqua color to it. Next, we've got some AKs, and the first one here is the Luminous AR redesign. It comes with a stock or stockless version. Obviously, this is the stockless, as you can see. And aiming down the sights there, you've got green versus the tips there. Next, we've got another AK for you, and this one looks like it's made from a meteorite straight from the moon. This is the Lunar AK. So there you got that. Definitely love heavily sculpted stuff like this when it turns out so beautiful. Aiming down the sights, you've got kind of a lighter gray versus a darker gray, kind of. A little bit of a distinction there, which is noticeable. And there's that reload. Next up, we've got some more AKs. Starting off, we've got this one with some nice stripes. This is the Punk AR by Horrormow. And you can see it's got some buttons down on the clip there, along with studding. And a big old anarchy symbol when you aim down the sights, which are red with some gray tips there. Next, we've got an LR for you, and this one here, well, apparently hell is right there where the AK is. This is the Oppressor LR 300. It has this really kind of crazy grip thing going on down here, which I thought was quite cool. Aiming down the sights, you've got a white tip versus the metal, and a little skull and crossbones down there. Next, we've got the Cobalt Space LR for you, and this set's always great looking. You've got some nice cushy space material there for the grips, and of course Cobalt's red and blue and white colors. Aiming down the sides, you can see a little Cobalt logo, and then you kind of got like a dusty gray versus that dusty white going on. Next, we've got another LR, and this one is very racy. It is the Hot Race LR, actually, to be exact, and the whole thing is done up with racing flag and some flames, so that should be pretty obvious what the theme there is. Aiming down the sights, it's just kind of black on gray on dark gray, kind of, not the most distinctive. And there's that reload. Then we've got another LR for you. This one looks like it might bite a little bit. This is the Monster 51. There you go. Lots of teeth going on. Lots of bright colors. Very, very nice. Aiming down the sights here, you've got a red tip against the black, and a kind of dead face there going on for some humor. Then we've got a M249 for you. Don't see skins for these too often, and this is part of the Toxic set. Always good to see a older set pop back with some cool stuff, and this M2 just looks absolutely awesome. Aiming on the sights here, you've got some Toxic drip on the sight, but of course not glowing. And of course we have to do a reload, because there's a lot to the animation on the M2's reload there. And then lastly, we do have a satchel, so I'm just going to drag it down here. And we've got this crazy piggy satchel for you. This is the Pig Boss satchel by Quizzle, and the bean cans are brains, and it's got a nose ring. It's laughing at you. Just the whole thing is crazy. But there you have it, everyone. Thanks for checking out the skins with me this week. Don't forget to leave comments. I always love hearing what you have to say, and stay rusty. Have a good one. Thanks for watching.